Hello, hello. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but whilst we're waiting for everything to set up, it's quite an exciting day today. It's gonna be a chill stream, and yeah, we're gonna figure it out as we go. Ooh, excellent streaming connections. Great, great, great. First, I'm gonna double check that I am live as I'm supposed to be. Let's see. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Am I live? I think I am live. Let's see. So I should be streaming to YouTube now. Not sure what the latency is on this. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's working. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And then just need to test out on Twitch. Am I also live there? Yes, I am. Oh, that's sick. Okay. That's pretty dope. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. All right. One last thing that I need to do is just announce the stream, and then we'll get started. Let's get. So later stream than usual today for a variety of reasons. Some of which are technical. So I just finished troubleshooting the internet, so we should be good to go. I am gonna be less talkative today. It's gonna be just a more, arts and crafts stream, as you'll all see in just a moment. Yeah. Whilst Discord is installing there for some reason, it chose this right now to do an update. Interesting. It's doing its thing. Maybe on. Oh, we'll just wait for that to happen. Yeah, we'll get started in just a minute. So, in the meantime, feel free to grab a drink, settle down, or just keep doing what you're doing. Let's see. Just waiting for the update. Isn't this great? We're just waiting. We're just waiting. That's all it is. I actually spent many hours preparing the stream today. So hopefully it'll all work out. We'll find out soon enough. Let's see. Had to reset my router twice earlier, but it'll be worth it. Let's see. In just a moment, you'll all see why today's stream is so special. Gosh, I'm already talking too much. I'm just gonna let everything load. All right, let's quickly announce everything and we'll get started. So, first on the server. Let's see. Alright, announced there. Be curious to see who shows up in a moment, but there we go. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Gosh, things are slow. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's go to the cameras. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Gonna be a bit different than usual. As you can see, 2 cameras. So yeah. Today I'm gonna be doing some arts and crafts. And also a bit special today, I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, which is pretty fun. So hello to any YouTube subscribers, and also just viewers on YouTube, and also hello people on Twitch. Welcome back. Today, gonna be pretty chill. I'm just gonna be making some cool stuff. As you can see, I've got some printed pieces of paper. Gonna be building a 3D player base out of Dungeon Pop, which is a very cool thing. Let me show you guys what it looks like here. So that's what it looks like. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Pretty cool looking thing. I'm gonna attempt to make all of that out of just paper and some sharp implements and some adhesives and some blunt implements that I had to order online. So yeah, let's see how it works. I also should be able to see everyone on both Twitch and YouTube, so feel free to say hi when you arrive, and I can just double check that I can see everything. But there should be no problemo. Yeah. Alright. Hope you're all feeling great. Let's get started with some fun instructions reading, because that's okay. So we're building the broken tower. We need a scalpel. I've got a craft knife. We have a ruler. I don't have the adhesive spray, but it's okay. We won't need it, I'm sure. And we need a bone knife, which is this thing. It's just a crease tool, a crease making tool. And 5mm double-sided tape and some paper. So, I actually printed this on slightly thinner paper than was suggested, because that's all I had available to me. So we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it's fine. So first things first, this is what the file looks like, by the way. This is the stuff here. We need to cut this stuff out. First things first, we need to cut out along the red lines. So that's just what I'm gonna start with. Pretty simple stuff. Gosh, there's like some small red lines here. I don't know if you can quite see that in the camera. But yeah. I'm a bit worried. Scary, for sure. I also don't have technically a long enough ruler. So we're just gonna do our best and see where that gets us. And I'm gonna do my best not to cut myself. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at in terms of safety. We're gonna try our best. First, I'm just gonna make sure that, yeah, okay, this is sharp enough. But I'll have to try my best to, oh jeez, Gonna try my best not to push too hard. Oops, see? No. Okay. Move this up a bit. Okay. Oh, we left a bit extra here. Oh. You know, I'm gonna bring a bit over. Alright, that'll be useful for all the garbage that we'll be generating. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave these slits for later. I'm just gonna cut all the large pieces out first, and then we'll deal with the slits once we have everything sorted. There we are. Let me just test whilst I'm here that the stream can see me okay. Okay, very gently. See, I barely have enough. Oof. Try to slice this. There we go. Not sure if my stream is working or not. It's a bit odd. Let's see. It says I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Okay. We're okay. Alright, so let's keep going here. I've been doing a lot of cutting things out lately, a lot of arts and crafts. Gotta say, I also didn't mind that much that I couldn't print this on thicker paper, because thick paper is a pain in the ass to cut by hand, especially with long edges. There we go. The thicker the paper, the harder you have to press with a knife if you don't have like a high quality craft line. And the harder you press, the more likely you're gonna, you know, wander off your intended cut line. And yeah, and then things get, though not, well, slightly dangerous and also ugly. Alright, we got that there. So, gonna just slowly and steadily work this out. There we are. First piece done. Now, there are some slits here, but I'm not too sure about them, so I don't. It's my first time making this. I'm gonna work on this one at a time. But in case you want to see what that looks like, it's pretty decent. It's the base of the map. Now this is what would be on the back side of it. Now we're getting into non-right angle territory, so that will be a challenge. I'm just thinking of this as like me warming up with the knife, so now I think this is correct. I'm gonna hope. Was I supposed to print 2 of these? I feel like I might. Maybe I was supposed to print 2 of these. Yes, it is entirely likely that I was supposed to print 2 of these. Also, this is slightly the wrong size, which is kind of annoying. We will see how this goes. How odd. How odd. Yeah, this is slightly bigger than it's supposed to be. It's quite annoying. But that's okay. You know, I'll save this one for later. So, what was lucky is that I got to print these double-sided, as you can see. So a lot of the props and stuff. I think the idea is that you'll be able to open and close everything decently well. So that's kind of like a pop-up. It's literally gonna pop up. May have made a little mistake with the printing, but we will see how that goes. Let's just... So this should all be lined up. It really should all be lined up. So we're gonna start off here. Let's see how that goes. Yep, looking good. Okay. It was technically possible for me to buy these like pre-made already. Basically, I got this as part of the Dungeon Pop Kickstarter. No, backhand grip isn't the best thing in the world. Definitely doing a lot of things I'm not supposed to do. But there we go. Okay, that kind of worked. Just got... Definitely not the best. This stuff. Yeah, I think that's cleanish. Okay, it looks like the double-sided printing at least worked out, so that is good. Now, don't worry. What should work, even if the cover is the wrong size, at the end I think we can just stick some A4 pieces of paper on it, and it should make do. Oh, I'm so scared about cutting over where I'm supposed to be cutting. There we go. Let's just give this a little bit of extra persuasion. I definitely slice a bit too far, but should be okay. Won't be the end of the world, I don't think. Yeah. Let's see here. This now. Okay. I'm going to cut these out individually a bit more. I think that would be helpful. There we go. This will make it easier for us to orient ourselves. That's one piece of paper here. Can you imagine if I were to do this like with just a ruler and no craft knife? That would take ages, having to fold and tear off the lines one by one. Oh god, even if I were to do it with just a piece of or just scissors, that'd be crazy. Okay, here we're not quite through fully, so oh there we go. That worked out. Alright. So just put this back on so everyone can have a good idea of what we're attempting here. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that little gap over here. You can see here. That's gonna be that's a little gutter. At some point in the coming weeks, we'll return to our regular stream, where I'll show off some cool new homebrew D&D stuff that I've been working on. It looks really good, but it's still a work in progress, and can't really talk that much today, so just gonna go for this instead. There must be a special trick with corners I don't know about. Ooh, now this isn't ideal. You kind of see, you can see the red a lot more vividly on one edge than the other. That would suggest to me that the printing was not, yeah, it wasn't perfect, which might prove problematic later. We'll see. You'd think bringing something to a print shop would make it like really good, but no. I'd still prefer like being slightly off than having to print off double the amount of pieces of paper and have to cut out double the amount of pieces and then having to glue the reverse sides together. I think that'd be a lot, at least for a first time. It's important to hydrate. Here we are. So we're just gonna follow along the edge. Now, ooh, actually, I should focus on staying on the same side of things because this is the side that is going to be on the exterior once everything's assembled. So this is the side that has to look right. The other side, you know, take it or leave it, but okay. So this should pop out. There we go. I'm sure there's some real masters out there who, hello ZB, how are you? I'm sure there's some real masters out there of arts and crafts who are like, they've got like high class equipment and like, you know, they've got actual scalpel looking things, like almost like surgeons compared to this here, but it's gonna work out. So those are some like additional little props you can glue on here. later. But we'll reveal those in due time. Let's see. Boop. There we go. Oop, that moved a little bit. Not a big deal. Okay. And then this here. So it's separating out this little piece here. Ta-da! One piece. Done. I wonder. There might be a little quick issue with the stream. Let's see. Just a moment. Alright, those of you on Twitch, you might get a little bit of a... you might get a tiny little bit of a stuttering on the stream, just for a moment. Try not to worry about it. I'm just here to troubleshoot a little thing. Da, da, da. Let's see. There we go. Boom, boom. Should be okay. Wow, it looks so weird on the stream though. It looks so squished. Why am I so squished? That is odd. Oh, I think I know why. 1080. I'm gonna see if this changes anything. Let's see. It might not. I think there was a little typo. Shouldn't be as squished anymore. I'm gonna wave my hand so I know I'm not looking at the right thing. Should work out. Might be I have to end the stream briefly and restart it. No, it's looking like okay. So now it should work. Is it working? Is it working? Let's see. Let's see. Well, that's loading. Just keep working on it. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of, ooh, wow. Yeah, that works out. Fantastic. Sorry for the little bump for some of you. But now it's worked out. All right. I accidentally set the stream resolution wrong. Let's try and cut this way. Yep, this is the right side. So we're always going to have the exterior facing up. because the reverse side is slightly mismatched. At some point, I'm sure I'm gonna have to take off the tip of the craft knife and replace it. In fact, let's just see right now if this is good sharpness. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. I remember when I was young, I was given exercises like arts and crafts things to fill my time with, and they were really cool stuff. We were mostly using scissors because you should children can't really be trusted with craft knives at a young age, but it was really cool. It was like it wasn't quite like foldable pop-ups. It was just like a 3D model made out of paper. It was really really fun. All right, so. There we are. We're gone. Sweet. Yeah, this would be a lot more tricky if this was thick card. Oop. Okay. Uh, Oop. Totally. So you can see that the edge is quite clean here, but here it's not so clean. We'll just have to take that into account when we stick everything together. As long as we stay consistent, that shouldn't give us too much trouble. Alright. Ooh, there's a little slippage there. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly. Hopefully you can't hear that, but I'm trying to do it away from the microphone in case you can. Okay. Just this little gutter here. Let's do it on the far side first this time. Learning from the previous mistake. And then we'll do the closer side. It's important to some nice posture when you're doing something that's gonna take a while. Here we go. Okie dokie. So now, take the gutter out like so. Ta-da! Fantastic. Okie dokie. So, put this here. Okay. I look forward to finding out exactly which pieces I'm actually cutting up. Oh, you're playing Warframe, huh, Vivi? Yeah, Warframe is a lot of fun. It can be a bit grindy, but if you have friends you can play with, it's a really fun game. And it's free, which is great. Nice. Little war. It's important to hydrate. That's what the doctor said. Okay. Ooh, little slippage there. That wasn't too bad. Okay, okay. Let's follow the line. One day I'll get better lumbar support out of my desk chair. Ooh, little slippage there. I'd like to hope I'm channeling Bob Ross vibes during the stream. And realizing that if I just keep the blade on the paper and turn it, and it should guarantee that it's... There we go, see? Well, I was supposed to keep the craft knife down. Oops. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world if you have to do a little twisting and tearing. Get things down. There we are. Great stuff. Check something over here. Okay. Just gotta check some things on my prescription thing. It should be okay. Yeah, should be okay. Okay, there we go. Take things nice and slow. The worst thing that can happen is you accidentally cut off some part that shouldn't be cut off. Because that's when you get the tape. And so you don't want that happening. But as long as you don't have to force the knife too much, you should be okay. Turn the thing. Bit hard to move it on top of it. So. I wonder if anyone who like does arts and crafts for a living has some sort of like lifted countertop that I think they must do. That just makes it so they don't have to arch their back as extremely. I think that's likely. Health is important. Posture is important. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna cut this. Oop. Don't want to press too hard. Rotate. 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 There we go. Oh, we still have a little bit. Gotta cut the gutter over here. Start at the further outside. Put this down. Right. There we go. The season's getting colder now as we come towards December. I've never been a fan much of winter, to be honest. If I had the resources, I would absolutely just relocate myself to the other hemisphere of the world every time the seasons change, so I'll never have to deal with winter, you know? But that might be extreme. And that, I don't know what sort of, well, I'm sure actually it shouldn't be too bad of a, like, or I guess you could also just live in a tropical area for most of, instead of doing that. Actually, that sounds a lot more reasonable. Just move to the tropics. But ideally somewhere that's not beset by climate catastrophes. Let's just see if this is gonna work. Okay. This is okay. We're just gonna carve it freehanded a little bit, just shave off the edges there. That's it. Okay. That's another sheet down. I'm gonna put away the oh boy. We've got a more challenging one. We've got curves. Woof. Okay. That's the back. This is the front. I am not entirely. Oh, it's not entirely gonna be matched on either side, which is gonna be a slight problem. Okay, so refer to the thing here. Creasing. Let's see. So there we've got these red areas. I think that's probably just for the. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna cut around according to the outline because I think those are for the whatchamacallit? The taping. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Oh boy. Now this is odd. They have this all the way out here, but we cut it right there. Oh, maybe it's yeah. Well, who knows? I'll just follow the thing correctly. It would cost me $100 to order because of shipping costs to order the pre-made version where it's like pre-assembled, and though to be fair, it would have been done on a dry erase surface, so you could have just used it as like with markers and stuff as like the bow map, but $100 for that would have been a bit absurd. So here we are using our hands to do it instead. All right, that's one piece. cut out another piece here. This down. There we are. I can feel the knife getting a bit less sharp. For sure. I have no idea how we're gonna achieve the curves. I will be honest. It's somewhat daunting currently, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm just gonna freehand this like so. There we go. Bin. Okay, let's start with the less daunting straight edges, and then we'll see what we gotta do with the other stuff. All right, let's see here. There we go. It's a bit caught there, but now we're back. I also gotta make sure that I'm cutting it all on the same side. Oh wait, actually. Ha ha ha! Should have noticed this earlier. This is the outside. Ew. Okay. Okay, okay. This is the outside. Ooh. Okay. Okay, okay. Slight mistakes, but it's okay. We can make this work. This is the exterior, so we're gonna cut according to this edge here. That will be the plan. Here we are. It's okay. The whole point is that it doesn't have to be perfect. That's, you know, that's DIY. As long as you're not doing something that's absolutely ridiculous, and, you know, then you're fine. Our goal is for something fun, not something perfect. Great. That's great. Oh, it's just still moving quite a bit. It's because this is here. It's not pressing on the correct part of the paper. That's why you should really go in the circumference. Shouldn't go to different edges at the same time, because that's when things get a bit messy. Okay. There. Okay. Oops. Slipped it over. Again, it's because of this portion. I'm just going to tear this out. Yeah, it should be. The reason why that happens is because normally the entire piece of paper should be pressed down by the ruler, but because there's like a branch, it was pressed on the one that was closer to the edge, and so that was slightly elevated enough that the main piece of the paper wasn't firmly pressed down correctly. It was a bit loose and therefore prone to slippage. Take this put this here. You're doing great. Let's see. You can definitely feel the blades getting slightly less sharp as we go. Though it could also just be my technique isn't really that good. All of those are possible. Okay. Fantastic. Let's go over here. I'm sure if you're watching this on YouTube as a VOD, or yes, if you're watching this on as a VOD on Twitch later on, you can feel free to skip to the end. Though if you want to keep watching for the whole thing, that certainly would help my algorithm on YouTube. So, you know, I would appreciate it if you did. Let's rotate it correctly. Okay. Okay. All right. Yep. I'm gonna try and put a bit forward so my back isn't as curved. Okay. Now, apparently this mat was advertised as self-healing. I don't know really what that means, but it'd be pretty cool if that means that like the cuts and stuff and scrapes disappear over time. But I'm not sure if that is necessary proof of it being self-healing, because, well, it could just be like it seems that self-healing, but in reality. Now, here's the tough part. Which part? What do we do here? It's gonna, I should really stick with consistency. If I've already cut according to this side, then it should be the same length. It should be cut all the way according to the same side. Otherwise, things might get a bit wonky. So I'm gonna do that. Go. You know, even though it's advertised as like self-healing, I think there's a chance it could be like one of those fake exfoliants they try and push onto you when you're at like a mall, and they rub it on your hand, you know, and oh shoot, and they say, oh look, you know, so much dead skin's coming off, and but you achieve the same result with just a glue stick. You know, like it's just collecting. Of course, it's collecting dead skin because the uppermost layer of your skin is supposed to be dead. It's supposed to form a protective layer for the rest of your, you know, epidermis or whatever. So who knows? Is it self-healing? Sounds a bit fantastical. But what do I know? Maybe it is self-healing. There we go. I found recently that... Oh, this is a bit wonky. That's okay. With regards to... See, it's a bit coming out on that side, but it's fine. With regards to homebrew creation, like coming up with, you know, original ideas for Dungeons and Dragons, it's much like any creative process, and that there's really waxings and wanings of creativity, right? There's like moments where I definitely feel like a bit, maybe not burnt out, but like maybe depleted of fresh ideas, and then, you know, almost like a writer's block, and then at another point in time, suddenly it's just like a surge of creativity, like water out of a, or like it's like oil out of a geyser. You know, does that make sense? Let's start on this side. I just noticed, found that interesting, that creativity is really like, it's not something you can expect to be a constant necessarily. It's yeah, because I'd imagine there aren't necessarily, not necessarily everything in like the brain chemistry of your noggin is constant. There must be periods where certain thought processes, or maybe just inspiration, just, you know, comes and goes. And maybe it's a yeah, it's just me saying whatever, but like maybe it's unrealistic and unfair when we try and squeeze out constant creativity, right? Like the human body needs rest and variety, for the most part, at least for me. I guess I would say most of my life, well, most aspects of my life, I require creativity, variety, rather. Like, but I know there are some people who just enjoy like monotony, I guess, like, which is fine, you know. But yeah, I don't know if what I'm describing is applicable to anyone else. For sure, someone out there can see things the same way. There we go. Okay, we've got a little curve there. That will be interesting. I'm gonna try and do is somewhat hard to tell exactly what is cutting. Oh, okay, I think that worked. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, that's a pretty decent curve. I don't know if you can see it, but that's an okay curve, right? I think that's pretty good. Okay. I think I'll take a quick break in about 5 minutes. Take some meds, prepare, get some stuff defrosted for dinner, and then whilst that's defrosting or thawing, I can work on this one. Ooh. I think this part freehand is kind of nerve-wracking. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Let's just slice it out from here. Chips. Well, I don't know why I'm doing this part freehand. It's straight. Okay. Gonna do here. Okay. Boop. Oh yeah, that's great. And it's pretty swell. Yeah, it's round. Now look at how thin this part is. It's gonna be a bit tricky, I feel. Now is this supposed to be slightly I think it's supposed to be slightly angled actually. So like where it touches. I think the green part is gonna be folded downwards. There we go. I think the Kickstarter for this finished back in, like it was fulfilled back, well, funded back in, whatchamacallit, May, and I think they're still processing the physical, like, manufacturing of the final product. That's pretty cool. Let me see, I'm just gonna double check that everything is working on the YouTube side. I just get a bit concerned. Let's do a little test in the chat. Testing. It should show up here. It isn't showing up. How interesting. That's annoying. Let's see. Oh, because I wasn't signed in. Crap. Now it should be working. Let's try again. Testing. Oh, now it's working. Oh, great. Oh, that's frustrating. I apologize to anyone who was watching and was messaging in the chat earlier. If you were, I missed your message. So, at least if you're on the YouTube side, so feel free to send that again. But otherwise, I should be able to see everyone else. Yeah. So Twitch should be okay. Right, back to this. Honestly, I'm quite impressed that I managed to get the Twitch and YouTube stuff working. Okay. Because I was expecting, well, gotta give my thanks to the tutorial on YouTube for sure. But I was expecting it to be a lot more technical than it was, but thankfully there were lots of oh gosh. Here's a little problem. There was like a lot of like open source software that programmers had generously shared with everybody. Okay, I need to push it down like this. So I was able to benefit from that and make things work out quite easily. Because the alternative would have been to like go for like a paid service thing, which seems silly. Like, you know, I mean, I understand that it's just people trying to do a living, but like, yeah, at least at my current level of, live stream prestige, definitely feels unnecessary to go for something that's costly, but more efficient, right? Like, if I was a streamer that streamed like every single day and I was making good money from it, which I probably would have to be doing it every single day, but if that were the case, then I could see the value in just getting those paid services that just aggregates live streams all together, so you can go live at the press of a button. Yeah. Okay. Now, there's also the danger when we're doing such like small strips of paper is that you don't want to accidentally apply too much force in a certain direction and tear the paper. That would absolutely be no bueno. So we're gonna do our best to be gentle. There we are. Oh, you're playing Dress to Impress. Very nice. The controls are a bit wacky on Dress to Impress, I'll be honest. Especially if you're not playing on PC. What about you, CB? Are you playing on PC or are you playing on console? I think Roblox is definitely after my childhood, so I really can't relate to its value. But I'm sure, maybe it's like the new generation's Minecraft. But I don't know if Minecraft's ever really gonna get old. Theme is alien invasion. Well, then you just gotta be a scary alien. I mean, gotta utilize that noggin and have a think. Oh, look at me! I'm going freehand, huh? Without care. Oof. Probably not the best idea, honestly. I won't do that again because it's, But I will say, now that I've practiced on the simple curves, freehand is actually quite freeing, I would say. Let's just see if we can do freehand easily. Yeah, freehand should be. Let's do it. So make sure we're on the right side. So this seems to be the exterior. Actually, no, this is the exterior, I think. Yeah. Right? Because this is green. And green means that it's going to be going like that. So let's try to do this. We'll do the freehand stuff first. It's actually quite like... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Maybe I need a bit of light. This will... How's that? I never liked using the ring light around my webcam, but maybe I should have been doing it doing arts and crafts streams all this time, because it's actually quite useful when it's not pointed into my face. Yeah. Okay, let's just... Oh, you see what I mean about not applying wayward pressure? Because you're gonna accidentally rip something off. This is exactly that. This is exactly that. Ooh. Gosh. Gonna have to be very careful going forwards. Yeesh. And honestly, this is a tree, so it's not the end of the world if it's, you know, a bit more jagged than it is curvy. As long as the branches are still attached, we should be okay. Ooh. Before I continue, just gonna pop off camera for a moment. I'm back. Okay. After I finish this tree, I'm gonna take a little break. So let's see what we got here. Gosh, this is daunting. Okay, that's out. Yeah, the freehand stuff definitely, with some confidence, it's not too scary. You just gotta be... It's actually quite... Like, it's kind of nice that you don't have to follow the ruler. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Because when you're following the ruler, you have to press down onto the paper and also slightly horizontally into the ruler. But here, I can just press down and guide it with my hand. And that's all that's necessary. Beautiful. In the coming week, I think I'll play some Warframe myself. It's nice to get back into it. We're getting a little bit of tearing here, so just gotta probably try and reverse course. Though again, it's a tree branch, so irregularity is kind of baked into everything. Let's just slip that out. There we go. Beautiful. I'm really curious how they're professionally manufactured product will look compared to homemade stuff. And I wonder like if they're gonna use probably like some like heavy duty factory machinery to make it like manufacture everything, and probably some like incredible precision with that. Go. When the outfit is so good, you give it 2 stars. Are you saying that sarcastically or out of like pettiness, ZV? Are you like saying your outfit was so good, but other people only gave you 2 stars because it was too good? Or did you give someone 2 stars because you were, you know, making strategic votes. I saw a really funny clip of Curb Your Enthusiasm the other day, which is about, it was a clip of Larry David going to vote, but there was a long line, so he reached out to someone else in the queue and asked them if they were voting for his candidate or the opposing candidate, and the other guy said, "Oh, I'm voting for the other one," and so they just made an agreement that they'd both just leave the line because their votes would cancel out anyway, so it didn't really matter. And I thought that was kind of fun. Someone just came and colored their skin green. Like, that's not giving alien invasion. Put some effort. I guess. Are you saying that because you didn't think about coloring your model's skin green like a Martian? Or was it, do they just do green and nothing else? Is that what they did? Because I agree, that would be kind of unimpressive. And also a bit too much like Shrek, to be honest. There's like, when you go green, it can really, there's a spectrum of greenery as a possible. They just did green and nothing else. That's funny. Oh, you came fourth. That's unfortunate. Well, I hope you have better luck in your next round. You know. If the twig is slightly bent, that's okay, right? Art is subjective, just like Dress to Impress. Wow. Okay. Okie dokie. Or let's say over halfway at this point, which is really good. Oops, let's see. Okay, all right. Do this part. At the end of all this, if everything's cut out, and I think Nick and myself, I think we can call that a success. Okay. I will say I was kind of, when I printed this out, I was kind of annoyed that the graphic, like the graphics was lower resolution than I would have expected from something that was like professionally made. I just don't know. Like it, I would have expected to be like the resolution would have been better than what I ended up with. I don't know if that's because they intended it for like an American printing size, and that's how they designed it, so they didn't really check the graphics for when you print it according to the international paper dimensions. I don't know. But it's, yeah, it's a bit pixelated upon close inspection. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's do this part next. Hey. Nice. once you reach, this is kind of like cooking, you know, like once you reach a certain degree of confidence, you can really be a bit lax about your approach to things and still work out. But you mustn't get too cocky. So just take things slow and things will turn out okay. There we go. Sick. Now I do this part. Okay, lastly. Ta-da! There we go. We've got one tree done. I think that's a fantastic place for me to just take a quick break, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. See you soon. Alright, hello, hello. I have returned. Ta-da! Okay. So, we've got quite a few pieces done so far. Let's clear up the scraps and then we'll get on the final tree. Alright. So, this is the exterior, I believe. Let's go for it. Let's have a proper posture. Ooh, that's good. Let's do it. Let's see if I should just I might just cut out these straight bits. No, I'll just do this. Okay. All right. Here we go. This reminds me of the one of the settings on the drawing program Sketchbook Pro. One of the brushes kind of feels like this, where you're not necessarily moving the tip of the brush, but rather you're dragging the tip of the brush behind you. Like you're like pulling the brush rather than moving it. Oops. See. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was quite fun. It helps you draw smoother lines. Like, okay, if you're trying to you see here, if you're angling your nib with your fingers like so, you're kind of moving it in just a straight line, and it's much harder to angle. This is the entirety of your range of motion, right? It's a lot more jagged. But if you're kind of pulling your entire arm, then you have a much more gradual curve because you have a greater range of motion that allows you to, I don't know if you can see, like my arm's like moving, like my entire arm from the elbow is swaying, right? So it's like rounder lines being formed. Now just gonna double check that it's still sharp enough. Yep. Okay. All right. Now let's try and follow this curve around. I might, once I'm finished with making all this, I might make I might use it in one of my hired GM games. I think that could be fun. You know, I like to try and bring something new or different for the players at the table every time, because you know I am being paid to do it, so I kind of want to give them something. I want to justify their expense by showing something that they wouldn't see at home, right? And also just for the sake of variety for myself as well. Because one of the things about being a dungeon master is that you look at so much stuff related to D&D, but you don't always have the chance to try it out. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to be a dungeon master for hire. There we go. Oof, okay. Drag that along the map there. Not great form, but we're making do. Let's move this over here. Okay. This is going to be an interesting little... Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to start here now, and I'm going to go back. because I really don't want to be pulling on this thin branch. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna cut from here. Maybe from this is a good place. Getting a bit far from the line. All right. Oof, okay, see, now we're facing a similar problem in that this part is quite frail, but at the very least, it's more connected towards the end than it would have been if I had done it in the other order. So we'll just do what we can to gradually, in fact, I'm gonna make this slice here. There we go. So that I'm gonna do the same thing at a smaller scale. And start at the base and pull upwards. So basically you're pulling towards the point of structural integrity rather than away from it. Because at the very least it'll hold things mostly stable until the cutoff happens. So here we are again. There we go. Okay. So that part's come out now. Great. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, let's get the ring light on. Doesn't make much of a difference for you folks on stream, but in front of my eyes, it just makes just enough of a contrast with the surface of the paper where it helps me see more precisely where, oh gosh, gotta be careful, where the knife is. Let's cut it out here. I think this is too flimsy for a connection anyway. Ah, there we go. That's it. Okay. I recently have been reading Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo, and it's quite a good time. I'm only like, gosh, I want to say 4 chapters into the book, but it's fun. It's like a, you know, casual read. Okay. Let's get that out. There we go. I'd already watched the Shadow and Bone Netflix series, so like it's not like a complete. I'm not reading it in a complete vacuum. I do picture the live action characters when I'm reading it, and I gotta say that story is very cute. You know, it's I hadn't read the original Shadow and Bone books, so there is a bit of context I'm missing out, given that Six of Crows is technically a spin-off of Shadow and Bone novel-wise. But I can pretty much fill in the gaps, having watched the Netflix series. And my favorite part, honestly, is the crows. Anyway, you know, it's just nice, kind of like steampunky-ish, like crime, and with just like a, how do you say, a powder of romance in it. It's very cute. I do wish though, because like I'm sure if I was reading it 10 years ago, I would find the the characters and the age they're supposed to be more compelling. Which I guess is kind of like the problem of young adult fiction is that you know, as you come up to and then eventually surpass the ages of oh shoot, should have been, it's okay, the age of protagonists in young adult fiction, you know, they become I don't know, less impressive maybe is the term, or like they seem, they do start to feel a bit more silly. Like, well, I guess I would say that it requires greater suspension of disbelief to think about, like, to believe someone who's 10 years younger than me is exhibits certain behaviors that I would feel is less likely, I guess. I mean, yeah. So it is what it is. I think, you know, but it's still a fun read. It's just that when I'm reading about a 16-year-old commit mastermind crimes, it's at my current age, it feels, which is like quite a bit away from 16, but not that much. But you know, but still, like it becomes a bit less. Like I kind of interpret certain things differently, and not necessarily. I don't necessarily take things as seriously, especially with like their motivation and stuff, because I kind of see these characters as like they're still growing, right? And so like no matter how settled these characters are currently, I'm reading it with the expectation that, oh, in like 5 years time, this character who is currently 16 is going to be completely different, and they're also going to see things completely differently, right? But I guess there's also something to be said about, like, you know, it's a pre-modern setting, and so like, you know, some people believe that, you know, before the modern era, people lived in circumstances where they had to grow up faster. But I still feel like they must change over time quite a bit, right? Like, so I just think it's interesting. I think I would almost, I think that's a challenge with young adult fiction, is that you want to create fantastical worlds with quite serious stakes for the narrative, but you also have to, for it to be, at least for me, for it to be what's the word? Truly evocative and compelling, you kind of have to keep things, you have to, I don't know. I guess, you know, it's just a matter of like target audiences and stuff. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a failing, you know, because I'm definitely not in the target audience of young adult fiction anymore. And, you know, the book was published over a decade ago, I imagine. Actually, I don't know when Shadow and Bone was published. Let's see. Let's see if I can find out. Shadow and Bone published 2012, yeah. 12 years ago. What was it called originally? Yeah, it was just called Shadow and Bone Trilogy #1. All that said, though, Leigh Bardugo is still very good at what she does, and these are more musings than they are valid criticism. and I can imagine, you know, a lot of people even in my age range would perhaps vastly enjoy the book as it is. Have a sense of like escapism almost. But for me, at least with regards to Shadow and Bone, it feels less escapist, I guess. It feels more like drama. Like though I guess drama can also be escapist. I don't know. I wonder. Honestly, past a certain point, I'm not even really sure what is and isn't drama as a genre. Because most recently, a very specific definition I've seen from the BBC is that they would consider something isn't drama or dramedy comedy if it's comedy. Right? I think that's kind of like, it's like a negative definition of, not in the sense that it's bad, but it's just like it's defined as the absence or like not being comedy exclusively is how they would define drama. And even in the award shows now, like, you know, the drama category isn't really about tone and theme so much as it is about like the format and like of a show, right? Like for certain awards, you may have seen like The Bear. It's treated as a drama rather than being evaluated in the comedy section of some like award ceremonies. But that's because like those, oh shoots, spaghetti-o, the branches come undone, but that's okay. That's just, you know, a real world broken branch. Yeah, the reason why Nikki, I am talking about The Bear. I really liked The Bear. At least in season 1, I really liked it. I have some opinions about seasons 2 and 3. How are you doing, by the way? How are you? I'm making this little thing. Wait, can I point to it? Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. I'm making this. It's like a pop-up headquarters for your players. So it's like a pop-up 3D paper map or stuff. And I'm just cutting things out. Not a good sign. So, okay. I was just talking about like the reason why, as you may know, like The Bear is put into the comedy category of like certain awards, like TV competitions or whatever it's called, is because it's closer to like an hour in length, and comedies are like, at least the category considers like if something is like closer to 30 minutes, half an hour in length as like a TV format, then like that's like the distinction. At least that's what I've heard. That's what everyone says. Ooh, seasons 2 and 3 are not as good, but they're still amazing by comparison to other shows. Yeah, I agree. That season, I mean, with the writer's strike and all that, you know, there's a lot of reasons why certain things don't go into. Yeah. But at least that's what I recall is that when the like awards, were they Emmys? Is that what they were? Like during the Emmys, a lot of people were like, why is The Bear classified as a drama, even though it's kind of more of a dramedy, you know? It's like a drama comedy. It's definitely not as much of a drama, like it's not really as dramatic as say Succession or you know, Billions, or you know, whatever latest TV drama is about like the ultra rich. It's definitely like not House of Cards level of drama. But the reason I believe they gave was that, well, we're doing it more by runtime than we are by, like, you know, I said like that. Dramedies are your favorite genre? Dramedies are fun. I would say my favorite dramedy, if I'm thinking in terms of dramedy and not like other factors, is like I really like Fleabag as a dramedy. It's a good time. Yeah, yeah. Gosh. Here we go. Freehand. Look at me go. Bam. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just making this arts and crafts this week, especially because I'm kind of recuperating from a cold, so you know, can't be as enthusiastic. Fleabag was your #1 spot until the bear came along. I get. Oh, season 2 was so good. Season 2, seeing clips of season 2 got me into watching season 1. I mean, get just the show. I like, oh shit, I didn't know about the show until I saw clips of Fleabag with the priest, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I wish, you know, I wish I had like gone into it not knowing anything about season 2 and just be blown away raw by the developments of the show. But yeah. Oh, you're sick today too? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're getting like some chicken soup. Ooh, the other day, as I was sick at home, I made like couscous with chicken stock and some like frozen vegetables. I just put it all in the pot. Here's the thing though. Despite the instructions, you actually need a way more water than what the couscous bag recommends you if you want it to be more like a soup. I thought, oh, I just like add like 100 grams more of water, and then that should like all be there. But it turns out couscous is more absorbent than I realized. There we are. But yeah, I've been making some cool stuff with Dungeons and Dragons. Would you like to see? I wasn't intending to show it, but since you're here, I'll make a special exception. Once I'm done with this tree. Ooh, spicy bowl of bulldog ramen. Impressive. I'm not a spicy aficionado. It's just unpleasant pain for me, you know. It's, oh god, I'm so scared I actually broke the fucking. Okay, once I'm done with this little branch, I'll go ahead and show you some cool stuff I've been making. When I say making, I've been collecting and appropriating for my own. Here we go. Bam. Sick. Ooh, foundry stuff. Don't worry. You got some time now? Sick. I will finish carving this out. Ooh, I can definitely feel the blade getting blunter and blunter. Let's see. I might be able to get away with not having to sharpen it until after this one. Bam. Oh, this is a tough one. Ooh. Don't worry, I'm taking all the precautions necessary. I know my hand might seem close to the knife, but I'm definitely taking things nice and easy and safe. So I just need to put some extra effort into that last cut there, because it was flimsy. Okay, now we're back. I really don't think we're gonna get to the assembly tonight, I'll be honest. Ooh, careful. Like, There's so many pieces to cut out, and I do have to go make dinner soon. There we go. So what I might do is in my free time after stream, oh jeez, I will assemble the rest of it and I'll show it off next time. But ta-da! So now that's the final tree piece cut out. Let's see what else we have here. We have 2 pieces. I think that's 2 pieces, yeah. We have this one and this one, which is like the actual structure. Crafts always take longer than expected. You're right, and I should have known better. Let me turn off the ring light. Okay, let me show you some cool stuff. Cam. HD. Let me just. Okay. Cool. We'll see if this is all gonna work as intended. Press OK. Gosh, I am massively blown up. That is wild. Nope, I don't know what the hell it is I just touched, but ooh, nope. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. I'm gonna scoop myself over. Oh, does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Quickly gonna show off some stuff. So, well, I should probably remove this from the. Should probably not show everything on my thingy. Let's see. I've got this, and I've also got. This. Okay. Let's shift here. Let me see if I can show this off. So, couple things I've been doing is I've been well, let's first show off the next, like, the upcoming city that my players will be visiting, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. It's a lava island full of lava mermaids, and I'm just like assembling it bit by bit. You know, and like doing a lot of notes, doing a lot of building, because I'm expecting them to like spend a while here as like a home base. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see these like little obsidian spires jutting out of the place. There's like different forms of transportation into the city, and there's like so much world building going on. Currently I'm following So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master, the book, and it's like saying, oh, you should have like 3 landmarks in each city district, and like 3 of each type of, like 3 variations of a service that your players can encounter in the city, like of each, like 3 variations of each service that they can encounter. So things like restaurants, taverns, you know, blacksmiths, things like that. What did I use to make this? So let me point you over to well, the simplest way to talk about this is that I'm just gonna go dungeon. So dungeon, the .bin.sh, the website. If you click on random town generator, you can just like put in the size of the town, the environment, and you know, the shape of the things, and then you could even put in like the let's say the dominant race in the city, and then you can like, get like a cool little thing. Let me make a grassland island like so, and then it also generates some little factoids about the place, notable places, and NPCs that you can use as a jumping off point for a lot of stuff. I do find that like it can get a bit repetitive, so the notable places and NPCs it generates does need some work. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Why is this all the way over here? There we go. Yeah, it's pretty fun, huh? So what I did was I used this and then I did a lot of photoshopping, and I just used, because all of my let me see if I can find it. All of my like campaign notes are in one Google Docs document. So what I do is that I assemble the images and the maps with like little edits and stuff in like Google, I don't know what's called, Google Drawings, and then you can just insert it into the thing, and even like whenever you make changes to it, you can just press the button here and they'll update it to the latest version. So you don't have to copy and paste it again and again and again. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's still a work in progress, but yeah, the creative juices are flowing for sure. And this is the other thing I've been working on, is a gazetteer, which is like, it's an old school kind of like, at least described to me in the book that I've been reading, it's like described as like a pamphlet that your players might encounter when they first step foot into a settlement, or like, especially if it's like a big thing like a city, and you can have a little like summary of locations and different districts and like the plot hooks you want. You can put them all on like a little gazetteer, and it comes out, and you can just hand it to them at the table, and I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool, right? I didn't make this. I will make that very clear. This is made by not by me. It is made by someone on the homebrewery Reddit. Brew. Let me find it. Reddit. Oh gosh. There we go. By Gambat on the homebrewery subreddit, and it's basically made to like simulate something you actually see, I think, in the game, like in the Baldur's Gate 3 game, like when you go into sea, presumably. I don't know, I haven't gotten to that point of the game yet. I'm only finishing Act 2 like recently, but like you can like edit it. Well, at least you can just use this as is, but what I did was I pour it into like some publishing software, and I made it so that I can actually edit the text. And yeah, my point is that I'm gonna make like something that's like specific to the location, putting in like different districts and information like that. It'll be pretty sick. Oh no, your cat's getting in trouble. That's all right. But yeah, that's that. There's some cool stuff. You can even put like drawings there. Yeah, it's fun times. It's really fun times. So there you go. That's what I've been working on. Let's see if I can manage to get myself back into the other thing. Oh, it actually works. I just need to change this. There we go. Bam. Save. And then yeah, back. Awesome. Bam. So yeah, there we go. That's what I've been working on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the gadgets here. It's taking quite a long time because like I'm porting over something that's like made for the web, and then I might even change it from like US lesser dimensions to A4, and then, you know, work on stuff. She didn't hurt himself? Fantastic. That's what we like to hear on this channel, is animals safe and sound. Yeah. So, to recap what I've achieved in the last 2 hours, cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty good. And also like the base map of it, right? That's pretty decent. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate that. It was great to catch up. I really enjoyed it. It's nice being able to stream. I'm still figuring out what times I'm going to be streaming, to be honest. It's a process. It's a work in process, for sure. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. So cold. Oh yeah. It's gonna be great, I'm sure, once I assemble it. But you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will this dungeon pop Balma thing. I can only hope it looks that good. All right, I think that is that for me today. Gotta get some food in my belly, and I'm also gonna cook that food before I can do that. So yeah, thank you everyone for participating today, and very successful first simul stream across YouTube and Twitch. That's right, I have a YouTube channel. If you click on the thing in the bottom, you'll find it. What is Dungeon Pop, and are you using it in your game? I think I might be using, I don't know. It's like I might use it for like the GM for hire stuff that I'm doing professionally. Eventually I might use it for the game. It is kind of a prototype. We'll see how effective it is. My people in my game don't even use like figurines, so you know, maybe this will be the thing that will push them over the edge and invest into the hobby more. I don't know. Dungeon Pop is a Kickstarter backed 3D battle map thing. Let me show everybody. So you can find them on Dungeons Pop. I forget there's an S. I didn't never realize it until now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I don't know if mine will be as cool looking as this. I can hope. I can only hope. I got this like digital set from back in the Kickstarter, but you can also get it on the thing. I'm not sponsored by them, but if they want to shoot some money my way, I will take it. But yeah, so that was the broken tower we've been working on. You can see the tree that we cut out there. Yeah. It is not an ad. Absolutely not an ad. One day, maybe it'll be an ad. But yeah, but it's just a cool thing. I'm building the middle thing here. Yeah. I'll let you all know how it works out next time I stream if you're interested about the products. I didn't even get to use these things I got off of Amazon. Like, goddamn. I bought like, well, at least I didn't get to use it like tonight, but like I've got like a double-sided tape that's 5 millimeters in width. I've got like creasing tools that I'll probably never use again. What's the price? Let me actually find out. I think when I backed it was like $20 on the thing. On the website now, it is currently discounted at $25. Well, just under $25, $24.95. So yeah, if that looks like something you're interested in, you know, maybe say, hey, World Building of Blue showcases on his stream, and you know, makes it a lot more compelling. And maybe you should give him money for being so nice about your products. I don't know. Maybe, you You can do that. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. As I guess this has turned into a review. You kind of got, you can buy the thing. Like if you live in North America, especially, it might be, you might almost consider paying $90 to buy the thing. Because you kind of have to factor in the fact that you're printing things out in color, especially on like US letter or like almost A3 sizes. You know, it will cost you, depending on what your printing prices are locally, and then you have to like assemble it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. And at the end of the day, you get something that's made of paper, not necessarily like dry erase stuff. Like, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll let you know next time. We'll see. Yeah. It'd be so cool if I can show off. And I'm gonna market the hell of it if it's cool in the end. Yeah, you have to, the digital files you just download as like PDFs and then you print them. You can buy the like manufactured thing. I don't think they're delivering immediately. I think they're still working on like the manufacturing process, so it might take like closer towards the end of the year before you actually get it if you order it. But you get 3-in-1 for this. So yeah, dungeonspop.com. You can check it out if you want DIY or you want to just get it and receive it. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much, Nikki. It's been a pleasure chatting with you again. And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go sign off now. Thank you for those of you watching on Twitch, and thank you for those watching on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe or follow to my, either of my places where you can find me online. This has been myself, Blue, and I'll see you maybe in a couple weeks. Bye bye.